Hello and welcome to our mini course on networking. And in this very short course, we are going to learn the most important things that you need to say when you are networking. Now, at this point of your life, your English is probably not as good as you would like it to be. You can understand it, you understand people when you listen to them, you can understand movies and podcasts to an extent. But when it comes to speaking, you don't feel very comfortable. So if this is you, then this course is for you. Because in this little course, we're not going to learn all the English, obviously. But what we are going to do is to prepare you for your next social event, where you will be able to come to a person, to have a little conversation, to listen to them, and to create that connection that you wanted to create in the first place. Networking, social events in general can be very intimidating. Even if you do it on your native language, sometimes we don't know what to say. We don't know how to start the conversation, we don't know how to continue a conversation, and we don't know how to exit one when we no longer want to participate. So in this mini course, we are going to learn all these steps. So by the end of this course, you are going to have practical phrases that you will be able to use in your next social event and feel quite confident doing so. Are you ready? Let's get started. First element in our plan for this course is how to start a conversation with a strong introduction. You know, there is no second chance for the first impression, and networking is not an exception. So we need to start strong. Let's keep in mind two things. First of all, your tone. As we are in a social event, the tone of your speech doesn't have to be too serious. It has to be professional, sure, but approachable. Make people want to talk to you. If you are too serious and too formal, people may be intimidated by you and would want to come and talk to you. So, professional but approachable and positive. Here's a formula for you to start strong. You include 3 elements in your introduction: your name, your role, and some meaningful detail about you that would make the other person remember you. This formula is for your complete introduction, but it does mean that you have to say it at once when they ask what your name is. Now let's look at some examples, and then I want you to come up with your strong introduction. Let's see how we can do it. Hi, I am John. I am a marketing manager at Philips. I specialize in digital marketing. How about you? Here you have the formula. Take a pen and a piece of paper and write down your response. That will be your first choice. Later I will give you more options, and you, after all, you can pick one that you like the most. All right, number 2. Hello, I'm Michael. I've been really looking forward to this event. What brought you here today? So you see, in this context, they ask you for your name and you gave them just your name, and you switch the attention to the person that you're talking to, which is always a good tactic, especially if you're not comfortable with your English yet. So one more idea, in case the previous 2 look too complicated for you and there are too many words, let's simplify it and say something much shorter. For example, hi, I'm Tom. I work in retail. It's great to meet you. There's nothing wrong with this phrase. It's very nice. I would just recommend later ask the same question that you've been asked to the other person. All right, and last one, in case the previous was too simple, let's complicate it. And you can say, hello, I am Irina. I focus on business English, and I was curious to learn more about teaching adults. How about you? You are kind of giving the whole information about yourself, so the person you are talking to immediately understands who you are, what you do, and if you can help them in any way. Then you would ask the same question to them, and you would know if you would like to include them in your network. And here's one more template for you to look at and maybe choose if you find this one the most valuable for you. Here it goes. Hi, I am your name. I am your role at your company, and I focus on specific area. Then you give the reason why you are here in this event, and then you ask the same to the other person. What I want you to do now, and this step is the most important from all, look at all the phrases that I just taught you. Pick one that makes more sense to you, that you feel that is easier for you to pronounce, to memorize, to say out loud, and write it down. You can use comment section down below to write your phrase, so then I can give you some feedback if you need it. And before we finish, I would like you now to listen to these phrases or similar phrases, listen to them and copy, imitate the pronunciation of native speakers, so then you know how to stress your sentence, what intonation to use, what words are more important, what are less important, and just repeat it out loud as many times as you need.
Hi, I am Julie. Pleasure meeting you, Nick.
Hello, my name is Tom Collins. It's very nice to meet you, Mr. Evans.
Good afternoon, Mr. Rodriguez. I'm glad to make your acquaintance. I'm Dr. Anna Simmons.
The more practice you have, the easier it will be for you to actually say those phrases in a social event. Go stand in front of the mirror. Look at yourself. Make sure that you look positive, that you have a little smile on your face, that you look at yourself directly, and just practice the phrases. Or just one. One is all we need for you now. Because the objective of all this course is for you to take 6 phrases for 6 elements for successful communication in a social event. Right? So pick one, write it down, go to the mirror, and practice. And when you're ready with this, come back and we're going to be learning how to ask follow-up questions.